Hello everybody and welcome to today's stream. So, Pokemon FireRed Nuzlocke. Let's final grind. Let's try to finish this out because I'm gonna be honest, I would like to play something that isn't Pokemon on stream. Oh yeah. Last time I went procrastinating in the game corner. Hooray. Yeah, I went procrastinating. Oh no. That's not something I should have done, should I? Oh well. I don't remember winning big, actually. I remember having like luck with like the 777s and like the rockets. Oh yeah, no. I know I was lucky because I went in with only 2,000 coins. So, I was relatively lucky while gambling last time. In-game gambling before, in case either Twitch or YouTube wants to screw me over. Also, I forgot something. These headphones, for how good a quality they are, I found one problem with them. One. They're not compatible with my earrings. They're just not compatible with those. Either those earrings are slightly too large or the headphones are slightly too heavy, but they will actually pull on the earrings and then I'll have like issues with that. Now, it's a good thing that those earrings, I've had that part of my ears pierced since I was like 2 years old, so that's like 25 years, so they luckily don't flare up or get infected or irritated because those have been there for too long. But why to train a Geode? Why to train a Graveler? Where to train Graveler? I was sitting here trying to like rotate my character around, like spin it around for like the fun by like playing with the joystick, but then I remembered this is locked on access. It's not one of the newer games. I mean, I have been playing like Pokemon Moon recently again, and in that case you can, and like Sword and Shield, so in that case you can like spin around your character, but this is FireRed, it doesn't work like that. Where to grind a Graveler. I can't take it to one island because that's mostly fighting type Pokemon. Can't take it to 2 Island because 2 Island doesn't have trainers. Can't take it to 3 Island because that's all water and grass. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. You know what? I am gonna get some repels and clear out the Pokemon Mansion because I basically skipped every single trainer in there. I just remembered that I skipped some trainers in the Pokemon Mansion. Already have repels. And with some, I mean, I skipped every single one of them. Might also be good to go for a sweep for the items, because I didn't do that either. Yeah, I didn't beat any trainers in here. I believe like I got like one. Alright. Let's take down the building in one go. Oh yeah, I also turned off battle animations for the grinding. I really have to remember to turn on the animations again for like the Elite Four. Yeah, you guys are stuck. I have Dig. See? I got Dig. Which is great to use from like the first floor of a building. I mean, really makes sense, but it works. Alright. Something that would have been a cool detail if they put it in, if like one of the lower floors still had like this one if one of like the basement floors like at the end, because this is the place where they made Mewtwo, if like one of them still had like this singular like traumatized Team Rocket grunts hiding somewhere in a corner. That like when you try to talk to him like only has like some incoherent rambling. Would be even more fun if they like gave him like some special lines of dialogue if you like show up with Mewtwo. That he like starts frantically apologizing or something. I mean, something absolutely awful happened here. I mean, everybody who has seen the first Pokemon movie knows the story. And somehow that one is canon. I'm saying as that is canon. But yeah. That would have been like a little detail that could have added like one traumatized rocket grunt still in the basement. And then when you like talk to him when you have like Mewtwo in like the first slot of the party, he'll like get that just like a Team Rocket Grunt that just sits there like incoherent with like a bit of incoherent rambling. And then when you talk to him with like Mewtwo in your party, they like just absolutely freak out. I mean, they could have Pokemon dying and stuff, but perhaps that would be a bit too dark. I'm thinking perhaps that might be a bit dark. On the other hand, we also have Pokemon dying. All the channelers are confirmed to be possessed. And I do believe there's like on one of the other Savvy Islands in the post-game, I do believe there's like this news article you can find about the SSN getting into trouble. Because that's the ship that sinks in the anime. Which also, that was one episode in the anime. Like, Ash, Misty, Brock, Jesse and James are on a ship that sinks. And they're the ones that don't get out on time. And there's like this entire funeral for them. Like, that was an episode? Especially because the cliffhanger of that entire episode is, did they survive or not? Discover next time on Pokémon. Okay, that worked out for me. Yeah. That SSN sinking episode was from the time they didn't care about the feelings of children. They don't do that anymore. Like, nowadays the series is much more actually child friendly. Yeah, I believe that was everybody. Oh, hello, it's that guy. I currently have Gina the Graveler, Orange the Snorlax, Barry the Hypno, Dupli the Dodrio, Laura the Lapras, and Boom the Electrode. And as far, providing nothing goes terribly wrong, that should also become my Elite Four team. Because they're all at least level 50. I mean, no point in changing them out now. But yeah. That should be decent enough, but I still need to level them all up a bit. I hope it's a great team. Because if I lose the Elite Four, this is a Nuzlocke. If I lose it, I'm not retraining another team. That's just the end of the Nuzlocke. I mean, I have enough Pokemon to retrain another team, but no. This game does not have good spots for grinding Pokemon. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, it's not that interesting actually. I'm already at the Elite Four and my last death was around Lavender Town. It's not much has happened for the second half of the game. Seriously? Like, it's been a relatively uneventful Nuzlocke anyway, so... yeah. I mean, I have like, what, 6 Pokemon that died, but... none of those were like unreplaceable. I had Bulbasaur starter. Bulbasaur didn't make it. Somehow Pokemon Tower claimed both Ivysaur and Renegade, so bit of a downside. I also lost a Jolteon to a Goldeen with Flail. Like, the Goldeen survived on 1 HP, used Flail, and I KO'd the Jolteon. Hence the Electrode. Because the moment you lose Jolteon as your electric type, you don't really have options anymore. I'm just gonna level up my entire party to level 55 and then I'm gonna give the Elite Four a go. But that's mostly because this game does not have good spots for grinding. And yeah, there is some issues with like the difficulty curve because if you do Victory Road, like the Pokemon there struggle to be in the mid 40s and then you hit the Elite Four and congratulations, you're now dealing with mid 50. And there's like nothing where you can like train properly to like prepare for that. There just isn't really a spot. And normally that would mean you would just redo the Elite Four over and over and over and over again until like you get it, but Nuzlocke, not an option. I actually need to beat things. Let's not learn Graveler Explosion. That might not be the best Nuzlocke move. That's not a good idea. That I believe might theoretically be possible, but practically speaking, that doesn't sound like a good idea. I mean, for most people a Nuzlocke is like... That's effectively a single Pokemon Nuzlocke. That is a bit of a tough challenge. Yeah, I can imagine. But that's fun until you like... I can imagine that went good. Until either something had a critical hit, or you had to go up against something that was a poor type matchup. It usually works up until that point. For me, I'm gonna have to punch these bikers. Because Graveler is a somewhat decent matchup against them. Honestly, when I started on Nuzlocke, I figured it would be a bit more action-packed and a bit more entertaining, but the majority of this Nuzlocke has been me sitting here grinding up my team. So yeah, that's something I didn't take into consideration. I just love the fact that the only thing that's still mildly threatening is getting poisoned. Because this was one of those generations in which potion damage would also tick down, like, outside of battle. Yeah, you have to trade it. That's why I don't have it. It's not that I don't have a game to trade it with, it's more I absolutely cannot find my link cable anywhere. I mean, I have Pokemon Leaf Green still, I have Pokemon Emerald, I have a Game Boy Advance, and the Game Boy player on the GameCube has a link cable slot, but I just cannot find my link cable anymore. And like, if I want to buy like a second-hand one, it's like 80 euros, so I'm not buying one either. But yeah, normally it's a trade evolution. It's kinda annoying to me because I have everything for a trade evolution except for the cable. Because of course that's the only thing I don't have. And still then, it would probably require me like an entire stream to get that to work, because if you still remember how a Game Boy Advance with a link cable used to be. Talk about an unstable connection. Like, link cables for the Game Boy Advance and the color and everything proved that a wired connection is not necessarily more stable than a wireless one. Oh, I remember it being a nightmare. We rarely got it to work. It was a good thing though that everybody had their own link cables. Like, some had like the Nintendo brand, some had like a third-party brand. So we could try out like the children in the class and me could like try out like multiple cables to find one that worked. On occasion we got it to work. But yeah, link cables. I can't find mine. I know it's still around somewhere, but it might be over at my parents' place still. And I'm not traveling like 2.5 hours to go and fetch a cable. To go and look for a cable that may or may not be there. Because that's also something. It may not even be over at my parents' place. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in with a golem. I'm just gonna go in with Graveler. Ninetales. I am really fond of the Pokemon Ninetales, both the Kanto version and the Alolan version. I mean, I also have like a Vulpix Funko in the background for a good reason. It's by far my favorite Pokemon. Yes, I know it's not good, it's not a cool Pokemon either, but I just really like Ninetales. Which is especially a bit rough considering my first Pokemon game was Pokemon FireRed and Ninetales was the version exclusive for Leaf Green. Oh yeah, Gengar is a fun one. I like Gengar in the anime. It's like a bit of a silly Pokemon. But yeah. Also, I believe Gengar is quite good. It's just a bit unfortunate that it's one of those trait evolutions. Like, some of the best Pokemon in like Gen 1 games are locked behind trait evolutions. It's just a bit unfortunate. That is one feature I hope they have kept from Legends Arceus. And that's the fact that in Legends Arceus, you can buy a link cable in-game and then evolve trait evolution Pokemon with it. Which is kind of weird, especially considering Legends Arceus can trade with another game. But you can also evolve them in-game without... You just need enough of those points you get from retrieving other people's satchels. So, I do like that feature. I really hope they kept it. Probably not, because it's gonna be Scarlet and Violet, so probably the trait evolutions are gonna be back. But I really hope they kept like the option to it. You can like exchange battle points for like those types of items. This is probably gonna be one of the last rounds of grinding for Graveler, then it's level 55. And then we're gonna get onto the nightmare that's Snorlax. Snorlax does not have a friendly EXP curve. I might just give it 5 rare candies and call it a training session. I am somewhat hopeful for I believe it's already Gen 9 for like Scarlet and Violet. I'm somewhat hopeful. Like, there seem to be some really fun features that they're gonna include. But for now, I still have to finish out the Nuzlocke. Also, I can't stream Scarlet and Violet anyway because I have a Switch Lite, so unless my boyfriend lets me use his streaming setup, not happening. And yeah, I also have something fun to do for after the stream. I finally completed my first song and now I have to start making a video for it because I want my first song that gets released to be slightly more interesting than a picture with some blank text. So that's gonna be fun. Also, I know nothing about video editing or something like that, so I need to start learning that. But that's a problem for future me for after the stream. And then, problem being that's in like 1.5 hours. Oh well. Actually, normally, in a normal playthrough, Charmander would be my default starter to pick. Because the first gym you can circumvent by getting a Mankey, or a Butterfree with Confusion, or just train up your Charmander until it learns Metal Claw. And then Misty. I usually have solutions for that too. But like, in a casual playthrough, I always would... in most Pokemon games, I will just pick the Fire starter. Unless I can get Vulpix early game. Because in that case, Vulpix will be my Fire type. Because in that case, Vulpix and Ninetales will be my Fire type. But yeah, no, otherwise I'd pick Charmander. my Charmander because I like it. I mean, a casual playthrough, if I do a casual playthrough of a Pokemon game, I have my party full of Pokemon I like, not necessarily full of the Pokemon that are good. And it's the reason that in Diamond and Pearl, my default electric type is Pachirisu. Why? Because I like a Pachirisu. But seeing as this is a Nuzlocke, one, I had to make do with whatever a route would give me at first encounter. And two, you kinda have to pick what's actually good. Like, I can't go in with like 3 Oddish. And I can't go into the Elite Four with like 3 Oddish, a Pikachu and a Charmander. It's just not gonna happen. For like the early game, Bulbasaur is the best. That's also one of the reasons why I picked it, because it's quick with rock. You don't get poisoned in Viridian Forest, and it's good for Misty. And then after that you can build Venusaur, as long as you let it keep Leech Seed. As long as you can let it keep Leech Seed and Poison Powder, you can build out your Venusaur to be a staller. And that was my original plan for my starter. Like, because normally for like the Elite Four you would let it keep Leech Seed, keep Poison Powder, put leftovers on it, and then just stall. But yeah, that's not an option anymore, so I now have like a Snorlax and a Lapras that have to do that. Lapras has Perish Song, so if a Pokemon causes me too much trouble, I can just Perish Song it, switch into Snorlax, and just wait it out. Because I picked up both leftovers. Anyway, I do believe that's a Graveler leveled. Let's see, that's a Snorlax. There they are. Can I use Hyper Beam? It is ridiculously powerful, but it is a 90 accuracy move, so that means, practically speaking, it's never gonna hit. Okay, that Snorlax leveled up. That just saved me close to an hour of grinding. Snorlax is not a fun Pokemon to grind. It's in the slow... I believe it's like in the same EXP gain group as like pseudo legendaries. So it's ridiculously slow to level up. But now I'm on to my Hypno and my Dodrio, and I do have a good spot to grind for those. So with a bit of luck, I'll be left with some sanity before starting the Elite Four. Onwards to One Island. They have a lot of fighting type trainers. Who else has this problem that when they have like a cup of tea, it's either far too hot or the tea has cooled down too much. Like, it never seems to be a drinking temperature. It's either add some ice cubes and a slice of lemon because now you have iced tea, or it's just congrats with your first degree burns. And there seems to be like nothing in between for tea. No clue what causes that. I'm still sitting here wondering why that's like always such an issue with tea. It's either congrats with like the first degree burns inside of your mouth, or it's just too cold. Got them all. These are great because I can level up both Hypno and Dodrio at the same time. Because I know I'm gonna one-shot. I do have to one-shot the Primeape first because that Primeape on occasion like still goes first than my Hypno. So I don't know what it is with that Primeape. Primeape is fast, but on occasion like goes before my Hypno, so that's a bit dangerous. And seeing as Hypno learned Psychic through TM, there might be a chance it's gonna learn the move again. I don't know how that works. Seeing as I failed to catch an Abra and like failed to capture a Drowsy, it's a good thing I remembered there's a guaranteed level 30 Hypno encounter if you follow the storyline on Tree Island in Berry Forest. Hence the reason that this Hypno is in a Master Ball. Especially seeing as I'm not gonna do the post game and I banned the use of legendaries. So, Master Ball Hypno it is. Why do you always reset all the way to there? Like, stay put. At least I can battle her every single time. That is nice. I really wish Psychic had a couple of more PP actually. This is a nice place to grind for this, because I don't even have to go back to the Poké Center to heal. I can just heal in the hot spring. Which also basically guarantees that my Versus Seeker is loaded up again. Crap. Also, for in case you didn't know, this is the guy that gives you Rock Smash. And for some reason, like standing like this, that like appears as if there's like this tuft of smoke coming out of the top of the character's head, entertained me far too much when I was a child than it probably should have. I have no idea why that was, like, stupidly funny when I was a child. It's probably because I was a child. And even as an adult, it gives me a bit of a chuckle still. It's good to never fully grow up. I mean, there's no point in fully growing up. Sounds boring. Ah, come on. I'm not mad at him at choke. At least that gives a decent chunk of EXP because it's an evolved Pokemon. At least training up Dodrio works fine. I mean, I don't know what it is with Dodrio, but it levels up so fast. Like, I don't even know why it does that, but Dodrio is just such a fast Pokemon to level up. No idea why. I mean, I'm not complaining about the fact that Dodrio, like... Originally the target level was 60, but I'm running out of patience, so I'm going for 55 and then I'm going into the Elite Four. If I make it, then I make it. If not, then it's run over. Because I'm not gonna grind up an entire Pokemon of like 6... An entire party of 6 to like level 55 for a second Elite Four run. I mean, this is a Nuzlocke. If my Elite Four run doesn't go great, then that's just the end of the run and I'm going to the next game. I mean, I've spent here more hours sitting here grinding up my party than I have actually playing the rest of the game. Not necessarily. I mean, I have a relatively well-balanced team, actually. Also, the Electrode, which I'm gonna need for Lorelei, is level 60. It's just I haven't trained everything up to level 60. Because, yeah. This was supposed to be like a quick interval thingy to like break up the monotony of like getting all Pokemon in Mystery Dungeon. I'm 35 hours in. I want to play a different game. Like, I was just like, I'll do a Nuzlocke, like, that will go over fast. No, it doesn't, because you'll spend half your Nuzlocke grinding. Normally, I would have been grinding my team. Normally, I would be like, alright, they're all level 45, let's go beat Elite Four, but it's a Nuzlocke, I can't do that. But yeah. Luckily it isn't. Technically speaking it is, because I have beaten Pokemon FireRed. Yeah, I have beaten Pokemon FireRed, that's like this copy of the game, but I haven't beaten Leaf Green. So technically it's part of the backlog. I mean, Emerald is also still in the backlog, but I need to like get a proper screwdriver to open up that game cartridge because my internal battery is dead. The battery for like my Pokemon Emerald game died. And I believe the internal battery of my GameCube also died because every single time I boot it up, I now have to reselect the date and I have to like select the language and the time again, date and time again, so I suspect my GameCube is also due for maintenance. I mean, I need to go and check. Oh, don't worry. I mean, what is there to expect? It's my childhood GameCube. It moved house like 6 or 7 times. I have dropped it by accident down the stairs. And like, I still have the original controller with it working. I'm just surprised I still have a working GameCube. Also, like, whoever used the calendar in the Nintendo GameCube, like, why would you do that? It's like, I now have to do like 2 more A presses to boot it up. Because I need to select A on the language English. And then, no, I do not want to set up the rest. And then it will just boot up like normal. I'm more pissed about the fact I can't find any of the GameCube memory cards anymore. I'm more angry about that. Because that's like a genuine problem, like... GameCube is kinda old. Let me check. I mean, I was still in I'm now 27. I was in elementary school when it was released. Let me go and check. So, in Europe, we got it in early 2002. Whilst the original in Japan and the United States, they got theirs in like late 2001. But yeah, I got one of the original year 2002 year GameCubes. So, yeah, we're getting old. Because I am now old enough to remember to have like Game Boy Advance cartridges that have an internal battery that I bought as a child, now having the battery die on me. Because they're old enough for that. Yeah. We're growing old. Like, time doesn't stop for anybody. Well, yeah, I'm kind of pissed about the fact I can't find my GameCube memory cards, because I was actually intending on playing a GameCube game next, but if I can't save the game, then I can't play it. That's like, that's like a downside, so I know that they are in the attic in one of the moving boxes. I can go out and buy one. They're 80 quid. They're expensive. They're like insanely expensive. Like, I was actually looking for a copy of Pokémon Stadium 2 for the Nintendo 64. And like, the resale of that game secondhand is 120 euros. If I have to replace my GameCube controller, that's 50 euros for a second-hand controller. Like, second-hand Nintendo stuff is really expensive. But I have like a couple of those off-brand ones, so I think I'll take a screwdriver and a soldering iron to those at some point. But yeah, those kinds of things are like insanely expensive over here. Also, why would I buy more memory cards? I know I've got like a stack this high somewhere in the house. Or I can just be lazy and hook up the PlayStation 2, because I do know where the memory cards are for that system. I also still... It was the norm back in the day. I mean, do keep in mind, this was in the time that if you had like a 3 gig USB drive, you had like a really large USB drive. I mean, we are talking from that era. Oh yeah, I still have a PSP. I'm lucky with my Vita because I got like... Because the Vita didn't really sell here. I still have mine, and I got like... All in total, a stack of memory cards for the Vita, like in the packaging, like this high for like 20 quid. So, I'm not running out of Vita storage space. And then when it comes down to my PSP, it's a hacked one. So... It's there to run 5 games. Because that's its entire purpose. When I bought my PSP, I bought it with the intention to hack it to play certain games that I couldn't get my hands on. Yep, I bought an entire console just to play some games. Yeah, which is kind of weird because it's actually quite a good console. Like, it sold great in Japan, but I have a Vita. It's quite good, actually. The graphics are the same as they would be on the... The graphics on the Vita are like in between PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Like, they're genuinely kinda good. Especially for like a handheld, but it just didn't catch on over here. And it's quite a powerful console. Like, I have mine like over here, like underneath my 3DS. It's quite a good console. I don't know why it didn't catch on. But on the other hand, like, Nintendo does... No, it's actually kind of good, like... Also, like, what they're now doing with, like, claiming that OLED screens are a new thing in handheld consoles. Like the new OLED Switch is, like, really popular. My Vita already has an OLED screen. That's an OLED screen. Like, the newer models of PS Vita already had that. And I believe the Vita was from, like, that model was from, like, 2008, 2010. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame it didn't perform better. But on the other end, though, like, taking out Nintendo as, like, the competitor in, like, handheld consoles. Let's be honest, that was just never gonna happen. 3DS was a fun thing too. I mean, provided you could actually handle the 3D-ness of the screen, because a lot of people got headaches from it. I still have, like, the original 3DS and, like, the foam green. That still needs to be modded so I can hook it up and, like, stream from it. But that's kind of difficult and kind of expensive as well. Oh well. And nowadays you have PlayStation and Xbox trying to be the best consoles. And then there is Nintendo with, like, technology from 10 years ago outselling them. Because their games are fun. Also, Nintendo has Pokémon. Let's be honest. I don't believe the Vita has video out either. Yeah, that's the thing, like, Nintendo's got the games. I mean, as long as they, for each system, keep putting out a Mario Party, a Mario Kart, a regular Mario game, and, like, a Pokemon game, they're selling. They're gonna sell. I mean, on the other hand, though, like, it's kind of impressive, especially considering Nintendo used to... Like, when they started out, they manufactured playing cards. Because I believe they're from the pre-electronics era. Yeah. I mean, Xbox... I want to say Xbox has Halo, but I believe Halo stopped being Xbox exclusive. I can think of, like, a lot of, like, Nintendo exclusive franchises, but I'm struggling to think of any Xbox or PlayStation exclusive franchises. Because, yeah, no, a lot of franchises, like, Nintendo gets their hands on it. I mean, even games like Dark Souls are now on Nintendo. The Switch, like, you can now get Nier Automata on Nintendo. It bought Bayonetta from PlayStation because Bayonetta used to be from PlayStation and they didn't want to continue it, and, like, Nintendo bought it. But yeah, I do wish it would be easier to, like, stream handheld consoles. Like, basically nowadays, if you're gonna go from, like, DS and newer, you need to use an emulator. And even, like, my setup for, like, streaming Game Boy Advance games, it's not a setup that most people have because it requires you to have the actual games. It requires you to have a GameCube with the Game Boy player, which also needs a special disc. And then you need to hook up your GameCube, do a capture card, and then stream it. I mean, it's not a... It's a good thing I still had the Game Boy player and the disc out of my childhood, because that's once again one of those things that's now just insanely expensive. Or you can only get the disc, or you can only get the Game Boy player, but you need both. So I'm just lucky I still had this laying about from my childhood. But yeah. I really want, but like, I am saving up to get like my 3DS fitted with a capture card. Or with a video out, but that's like 380. That's like 380 to 400 euros. It's like insanely expensive. And you can, from what I know, only get the original 3DS modded, like the newer models don't even work. But I would like to get that, because that also means I can stream all my DS and 3DS games, because I've got some what I believe to be hidden gems. Oh well. I might just genuinely, like, for the next game, might just hook up my Wii. Provided I can find it. But actually, have to rephrase that. Providing I can find the working Wii. Yeah. Like, that required a Nintendo GameCube, at least one Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Advance SP. It required a Game Boy Advance to GameCube controller port cable. Yeah, that like required everything. Also, I do remember like Four Swords Adventures being like re-released for the 3DS, that you could like play it with wireless. But you could also play it alone. I believe I still have it installed. Yeah, but also just like raiding Pokémon would require 2 copies of the game. If you had let's say FireRed and the other person had Ruby, then both people needed the national dex in the game. You needed the cable. Yeah, it's unfortunately though that I do believe the online store for the 3DS has been taken offline, so no way to obtain it anymore. But I believe I still have it. Also, it does accept single player, so you can play it alone. But yeah, I don't even know if it's like the original game, but yeah, it was a nice little experiment. Because like, the cable you need to like use your Game Boy Advance as like a GameCube controller is not the same cable you need as a Link cable. Those are 2 different cables. Come to think of it, like, doing anything with old games was a bit of a faff. Because I can't wait to start streaming like my old Super Nintendo games, and then I can guarantee you, at least the first 30 minutes of the stream is gonna be me trying to figure out why things aren't working. Because it's a Super Nintendo, it's from the release year, it's older than I am. I have like a Super Nintendo from like... It was a gift from my uncle. He bought it back in those days in 1992. In like the week of release, of like the European release. And like, he gifted that same Super Nintendo, I believe for my 7th birthday. And I still have it in the original box with like the instruction. I still have it like in the original box. Yeah, it was. If it wasn't for, like, let's be brutally honest, on the DS, it was kind of janky, especially the first generation DS. Like, the light had it fixed. First generation DS. Oh, you were better off with the cable. Yeah. Like, it had some issues. And even now it doesn't work great because... Have you tried using the Nintendo online servers? It's not great. Oh well. I never had the original DS either. I had a DS Lite that I later on exchanged to a 3DS, to a DSi XL, like the wine red ones, and I wholeheartedly regret trading that in for the 3DS because, like, I got like because I sold that one to buy the 3DS. And on second thought, I should have kept my wine red my DSi XL. Because that, like, when I sold it in, I still had like the large stylus that it came with. And like the original box, like the store that I sold it to as a second-hand console was like impressed by the state it was still in. Because from day one it had like screen protectors on it, so I still had unscratched screens. It only had like mild usage damage until they like checked the system memory and then discovered the amount of hours that was put in it. Like, if you also, for instance, take, like, my 3DS, it had, like, one of those, like, yeah, slide-out stylers. I still have the original that came with the system, and normally those were, like, very prone to breaking. Up until this point, like, come to think of it, the only console I have that broke is my Nintendo Wii because it became incapable of reading the discs. But I had like a first generation Wii and they were kind of famous for that issue. So I just bought a second one, like... I've never lost the stylus. It's still there. And then when I had to replace my Wii, I like... somehow got a second-hand one for 40 quid. But yeah, no. I still have my 3DS stylus. It's still there. It's still in working order. I look after my consoles. No, I believe it's a second generation Wii. I don't care what it was, my own Wii broke and that thing was like 40 bucks. So... And it came with a better controller because it came with like one of those Wii remotes that had the Wii Motion Plus like built in. And like the Mario Red. Oh, I've been rough with my consoles too, I mean. You have no idea how often my Game Boy Advance SP has like fallen down the stairs. But those were like meant to fall downstairs, I believe. Like, they were sturdy. Also, I had to be gentle with consoles because if they broke, if my dad couldn't fix them, that meant I was without a console. Like, my parents weren't gonna re-buy me a console if I broke it. Like, that was my own fault. Yeah, that was like one sturdy bastard. It's still up and running. The only thing I've got with it, the only problem I've got with it is, either the charging wire isn't great anymore or something, because when I charge it, I have to like put a little something underneath the connector to make sure it actually charges. But let's be brutally honest, if that's the only issue you've got with a Game Boy Advance SP from that era, that's like a tiny little problem. But yeah, that was one hell of a sturdy console. This was when, like, things were built to last. What are some other things that are insanely sturdy? Yeah, I have to try that because I've got like... Where is it? Well, because I did... The only thing I've ever managed to do is I have lost both the charges for my PSP and PS Vita. Turns out there's like this third party charging wire that you can use to charge. I believe it's around somewhere. It's like... It's impressive to see. I present to you the third-party white charger that charges everything. It's got like plugs for every single system on it. It's got, let's see. That's the PS Vita's charger. I believe one of those Nintendo console ones. More than... Not certain what that's for, but I... Oh, is that all of those? I've got one that can work with my PS3 controller. I believe that's the DSi one. I believe that should work on the 3DS. Here's my PSP charger. And I believe it's like a universal USB-C charger. It like charges like I can theoretically charge all my handheld consoles. Now I couldn't charge the Game Boy Advance with it, but like I can charge like practically everything with this cable. Yeah, the DS Lite had the same one, but the DSi had a different port. Like a lot of people were pissed about that. And then the 3DS again changed the charging port. Like Nintendo consoles, every single generation had a different charging port for the handhelds all the way up to the Switch. Like, it was insane, but yeah. That's the wire squid. It charges everything. It can also charge my PS3 controller and those kinds of things. Best 20 euros I've ever spent on a wire. It charges everything. I can charge my phone on it, I can slow charge my Switch on it, it works for my PS3 controller. It just works. All because I lost my PS Vita, like, charging cable. Oh, and then I believe I still have like a makeshift PSP cable laying about because I had lost that one. And my dad, being really good with electronics, was just like, oh yeah, I think I have the stuff at work to build you a new one. That one buzzes when I use it, so I probably shouldn't. Still, probably the only child of which the father could like build a new charging, like, could like build a new charger for a console. Only in my household and growing up. I was also like the child from the household that if I needed an extension cable, I couldn't find one. That I was basically told to go into the basement and make my own extension cable. Because, of course, the stuff was around and, well, I was 10. I should know how to do that. Yeah, my dad is really good with electronics and some of it rubbed off on me. I mean, I can make my own extension cables. And I have done so because it's a homemade one. It takes me like 10 me like 10 minutes to build one. And buying the loose parts tends to be cheaper than buying an extension cable. So I just built my own extension cables on occasion. Like, I can even do them that they have like the ground in them and that they're like grounded cables and everything. Yeah, my dad is very good with electronics. It's like, he kind of built his entire occupation about it. I mean, he started out as like an electrician doing like the electrics for like housing, but he later on got like a different job with like a company and like started working there and got like a crap ton of other things he now has knowledge about. But yeah, it is an advantage because the amount of headphones I've been able to repair instead of replace, like wires that have like this little break in the middle. Oh no, the makeshift one is buzzing. Like, the home-built charger buzzes. Like, I'm not surprised. That like the home-built PSP charger has some issues. Seriously, it's like built in 10 minutes. He like built it in his lunch break. I'm not surprised it has issues. That's the reason I have that wire. Sounds a bit safer. But yeah, it does give me an advantage because I am into cosplay. I'm just currently not doing it because I outgrew all my cosplays, so I have to lose a bit of weight. But I can, because I also have like enough basic knowledge about electronics, I can add things like LEDs to cosplays and stuff like that. The only problem with that is I don't have a soldering iron of my own, so I need to like... I now need to use public transport to get to my parents, so that's about 2.5 hours just to go there and borrow a soldering iron. I should really get myself like a decent one for like $50 at some point. But yeah. Also... yeah. I never got like consoles from like a different region lock. I had like considered importing like a Japanese 3DS for like one game, which I'm very glad I didn't because it eventually got released worldwide. And like luckily my PSP, like the hacked one, that one doesn't have region lock. It's a time consumer. And a money consumer. That's like something people don't tell you. It's like, it takes a while. I mean, there is a good reason why people, like, especially the ones that do it a lot, like, plan cosplays and costumes like 2 to 3 years in advance. Because even if you build them yourself, they're like kinda expensive still, and it just takes so ridiculously long. On the other end though, like the moment you do get it built and like you are at like one of those conventions and like the compliments start pouring in, it is great though. But yeah, otherwise, they're a bit of a pain, and they're kinda expensive to build. Also, they're kinda dangerous to build as well, like... It's not uncommon for cosplayers to have to deal with things like heat guns, hot glue, and like... resin, thermoplastics. If you go and look really at like the ones that do it professionally... like, they have things, if you would put those on the Paris, like, on like the Paris fashion runway, nobody would blink at it. Like, it wouldn't stand out. Especially if you start looking into like, something that I think is really great, like, costume building is great, but wig styling. Like, the insanity that goes on with wig styling. Like... it's just insane. Because that's also something that I remembered from my cosplay is like, I spent hours cutting the wig, like the bangs to length and like styling them. And because I had to wait outside in the rain before entry, that work was gone. Like... also I got it like professionally cleaned. But yeah. It is really it's actually kind of difficult, and the horrible part about it is a lot of it is trial and error. Like, that's also something about building cosplays. Like, that fantasy character does not have like a makeshift, have like a default pattern you can go out and buy. Yeah, but that's like, if it like rains, it's not a problem. One, cosplay wigs can take that, and two, all conventions, at least in the Netherlands, always have cosplay repair points, which they also have like the stuff to restyle your wigs. Like, that's like a thing at like cosplay conventions. It's like, there's always a cosplay repair point. It's got like sewing equipment, it's got like the hot glue, it's got like magnets, it's got like wig styling stuff, so yeah, I mean, you can fix it at the convention, and a lot of people like bring their own stuff, so especially if it like rains, like the first thing that you see occurring is everybody is in, everybody dropped off like the major bags at the back room, and then everybody sits there in the entry hall like lining up for like the electrical sockets to like restyle their wigs. It's like amazing to see. And if you, for instance, you don't have a hair straightener with you, but you need one, then most of the time people borrow you one. It's actually kind of great to see how like everybody comes together. Like, the conventions are fun. And then I am there in like a full costume, and what do I do the entire day? I sit around at the projector games, playing DDR, and going to the karaoke. Because let's be honest, that's all I'm gonna do. But yeah. I mean, I do like Dance Dance Revolution. I'm not good at it, but I like playing it. Problem being is, it's kind of difficult to get a hold of and to get to work because you need one of those dance pads. I just remembered I have one of those dance pads. Because I've got the... Oh, that might be a fun game to stream one day. I have Dance Dance Revolution for the Nintendo GameCube with the mat, like the Mario edition. That might be a fun stream to do at some point. I just realized that. I do have the game over here, but I believe the mat itself is still over at my parents' place. Yep. Yeah, like, the cosplay community in the Netherlands is great too. I mean, there is a very good reason why a country of only 17 million people can easily expect 5 million people for a weekend like that. It's like, it's ridiculous actually. And like, the majority of those people are Dutch. Like, the Netherlands, it's got some insanely large conventions that also like can afford to like fly in like artists from like Japan to like fly in bands and stuff. Like, one of the ones I went to at some point had like Fripside performing. It's just like this major band in Japan. No. 17. We're not 50 Those conventions can get a couple of million people, and there are only 17 million people in the country. So yeah. No, that's like 5 million people show up, and out of a country that only has like 17 million people. And the majority of those are Dutch. It's actually, come to think of it, it's kinda popular. It can like a lot of these conventions can like afford to like rent some of the like the largest venues like available in the country. On the other end though, it's not that big of a stretch because we also have the largest Oktoberfest outside of Germany. It's a bit of a thing. Dutch people like to dress up and party. Like, it's like insane. And they're relatively No, last time I went, it cost me like 500 bucks for like a full weekend of 3 days. It's not cheap. Yeah, no, it's not cheap. I mean, you're going to an event for like 3 days. It's never cheap. Like, yeah, the largest one can like accommodate for 5 million people and it tends to get sold out. That's also the one that can, for instance, hire Flipside as like their artist for that evening. Flipside, that band, is such a big deal that there were actually people that flew in from Japan to the Netherlands. Because flying in from Japan was cheaper than buying a ticket to see the band in Japan itself. Like, they're like a massive deal there. And then we had those kind of things. We also have like, some of the best cosplays in the world are like all from Europe. Most of them are from like Germany. Like, it's even bigger in Germany, but let's face it, Germany is bigger. So that's fun. And it's the reason also, like, a lot of tutorials and, like, a lot of, like, patterns for, like, cosplays, they tend to come in German because they were, like, created by a German person and, well, they never got things translated. I do miss cosplay conventions, but I first have to lose my weight to like... Oh yeah, no, that's relatively common. Like, why wouldn't they? It's like, it's not that far away. I mean, it's next to one another. So it's not uncommon for like German cosplayers to like attend conventions in the Netherlands and vice versa. It's also not even uncommon for like Belgium and French cosplayers to like show up. I mean, last time it was in Rotterdam, I believe. And if you take into consideration that Paris, Netherlands is a direct train connection. Like, there is a direct train connection between France and the Netherlands. It's like, there's a direct line. It goes from Amsterdam to Brussels, Paris, and then London, King's Cross. That's like one train line. So it's also like really easy for people from those countries to like come to the Netherlands, or from the Netherlands to go to those countries, because there is just a train connection. It only goes like twice a day, but that's to be expected. It's like we went from my family and I went from Brussels to like London, King's Cross, and that was already like a 5-hour journey. But still. But yeah, after I'm nicely back on weight, because I'm now quite overweight. Like, when I've lost that, I'm gonna go build cosplays again. It's a nice goal. I have like a couple of them that I wanna do, but one of them, for instance, has like a corset for basically the top, and that will just not look good otherwise. It also means I have to start learning how to sew, because my mom sewed my previous cosplays, but oh no, I am gonna get that chance. I mean, I have already lost quite a bit of weight last year, over the last year, and I think that by next year I should be back to a healthy weight. I mean, last November I still weighed 150 kilograms. Now it's 102. So I already lost a fair bit of weight. But yeah, I still have like, what, 30 more kilograms to go. It's I have let myself go a bit for a couple of years. Lots of sugar, lots of unhealthy food, and it kinda caught back up with me. So I'm trying to get rid of that. No, actually, I'm not trying to get rid of that. I have been successfully getting rid of it. 50 kilograms in about, like, in November, it's gonna be a year. So that's actually quite an achievement. It's also better because the last thing I need is like obesity related health issues. I like currently don't have any yet, so let's keep it that way. Also, is it really gonna happen that I can like make a start on an Elite 4 this stream? Because I just realized it's only the Drio that still needs leveling up, and it doesn't need much anymore. Yeah, no. It only needs like one more level up. I guess after that's done, I can like go to the Elite 4. Can I make that in like about 25 minutes? Probably. Yeah, I barely had noticed, but you know, feeding your Snorlax a bunch of candy does hurry up the process. Snorlax is like in one of the slowest level up groups. I don't know why they made it that way, but it's really obnoxious. It's like really obnoxious to like... Yes, Victory Road has been cleared. I can just fly to the Elite 4. It's been cleared. I can just go back to mainland Kanto and then just fly straight to the Elite 4, buy some more items and just be done and just start on it. I mean, like roughly 25 minutes should be plenty of time. I've like basically done all prep work. I'm still surprised though by how little trainers you actually have to fight in Victory Road. Like, I believe you can technically skip all of them if you're careful. That's the wrong move. Doesn't matter, but... No, I can just go there, heal my Pokemon, do like... Make sure they're all in the right order and like buy a crap ton of full restores. I already have like more than 21 of them. It is! There are not that many trainers and they're technically speaking all skippable. Like, you can skip every single one of them if you're careful. Like... Yeah. And it used to have like Moltres vibing about, but in this game Moltres could move to Mount Amber. Like, it makes slightly more sense for it to be there. But yeah, Victory Road in this game is like... It's not the worst one, because I also remember that there's one game in which like Victory Road only has like one battle against survival and that's it. But I don't remember which one that was. I mean... Oh yeah, no. That's okay. VOD should be up. I also like upload them all on like my YouTube channel, so and yes, I am gonna go for the Elite 4, like my party is level 55. It's good enough. So yeah, hope you have a good dinner and I'll try to be lucky. Thank you very much for coming by. But yeah, I am gonna go to the Elite 4, like... I've got the levels, I can do this. Oh, I do need to use Fly. Yeah, plan for now is, I still have 20 minutes left. I'm gonna go to the Elite 4. Like... Level 55 across the board and like level 60 on an Electrode. Should be plenty. And if it isn't, then this is just gonna be the last time I streamed the Pokémon Nuzlocke. I mean, I'm not redoing it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then... Next game. Then, next game. Then I'll just draw a new game out of the backlog, out of, like, the Game Boy Advance backlog that I've got, like, stored there, and, I'll pick something else. That should be plenty. Alright, Elite Four. There's either it's gonna happen or it's not. Oh crap. I forgot to turn on battle animations. Okay. So, there will be no battle animations for the Loreley fight because I completely forgot to turn them on. I should be fine. Oh, that did not one shot. Luckily, it sets up. Ah, come on. Oh yeah, they all have full restores. Yeah, that's a thing. Oh, I have a speed tie with the dugong because I hit first there. I am outspeeding this. I protected. I should have known that. Basically, Cloyster is just there to waste turns, but yeah, that was Cloyster. Oh, I also completely forgot to turn on Shift. Shift battle style. Oh no. Yeah, I gotta have to change that after Loreley. Let's go, paralysis! Provided you don't heal, this is fine. Because next one up is Jinx. Oh no, it's Lapras. I'm gonna take the guess it's gonna like take a turn to like set up. Welcome to the Poké Flute. It's basically an unlimited awakening. There we go. That's fine. What is Wisdom? Snorlax, you have thick fat, so Lapras is gonna do shit all. Knew it. Ah, come on. Okay, good. Yeah, you see, I've got a bit of a problem with those kinds of things. That message you put in, yeah, no, not happening. Where is the, How do I ban somebody again? Yep. And how do I remove the message again? I believe I just banned somebody. Yeah, no, you're blocked. How do I remove a message again? Oh crap. That's a bit of a problem. Like, that's the problem with Twitch. They like recently changed how to like remove messages out of chat and stuff like that. Oh well. I don't need to react to it. I need to... Oh, whatever. Oh, that's nice of Snorlax. Snorlax, can you please hit your attacks actually? I'm just gonna body slam it. I am gonna predict she's gonna heal here anyway, so I can just as well give mine a heal. Called it. I mean, I immediately called it. Let's try rollout again. If it hits next turn, that's Lapras gone. And if it hits after that, that's also Jinx gone. I mean... Yeah, that's gonna be Jinx gone. Especially if it starts missing. You ought to be kidding me. Just hit it. At the other end though, if it's using stuff like this, it's not actually hitting me. I mean, at least it's not actually hitting me, so that's fine. Also, I like the fact that Snorlax has thick fat. Yeah. I have a suspicion this is not necessarily gonna be difficult, it's more gonna be obnoxious. Just hit it! Jeez, that took forever. It's a one shot anyway. Jeez. Just hit it. Alright, let's make this slightly more interesting. Let's turn you on again, and I need shift. I mean, you can shit on me whatever you want for using shift style in a Nuzlocke, but I actually want to beat this. So, we're going for shift style. Next up is Bruno. Also, I should change my stream title. And you know what? Before I'm gonna do Bruno, I'm gonna go to use the bathroom, so be right back. Good, I'm back. Yeah, is that why you have two Onyx on your team? Not that they give him a Primeape or something, like... There's one Onyx. Why is this shoulder not cooperating? I'm getting old! 2 hours of gaming like nowadays sits on my shoulder. Sturdy isn't the thing yet. So that's nice. That's 2 down. Three down. Four down. And that's 4 times effective, so that's 5 down. That is Bruno, uncontested. I came, I saw, I won. Next one up should be Agatha. She only has poison types. So... Drowsy, I am expecting you to outspeed everything. Also, my Drowsy has insomnia. So there goes one of her major tactics, which is putting people to sleep. Like, I believe some of her hunters can't even touch me. But I have insomnia, so I don't have to deal with sleep. For like Hunter. For like her Pokemon. Like... She only has poison types. But most of her Pokemon are dependent on putting other Pokemon to sleep. Which they simply can't with my Hypno. Oh, that's great. Not particularly threatened by that. That evasion you used is far more annoying already. Okay, so Gengar's down next turn. It's gonna be healed. But its special defense fell, so it's... If I hit, it's gone. If I hit... Yeah, that should be it. There we go. Golbat is also flying type. Should I shift it out to Electrode and try to zap it? Or should I be ballsy and just keep Hypno in? Like... I am going to shift to Electrode. No, I'm gonna shift to Graveler because it's got a ridiculously high defense. I am gonna heal Hypno. Because poison is spooky. Yeah, knew it. I can also set up a rollout. No, just throw rocks at it. I was wondering why Bite was doing so much damage, but it's a dark type move. In this game, that's a special move. Graveler doesn't have special defense. I was wondering why it was dealing so much damage. But then I remembered, it's a special type move. It's a special move in this gen. That's not good. I am full restoring next turn. Snorlax, you're the winner. You've got the most special defense. Go get him. Like, go get him. Oh, that's nice. He even restores the large bit of HP still had left. One problem though, I only have normal type moves. Oh well. Don't tell me this is gonna work because Gengar can't hit a hypnosis. That's 3 in a row. So that worked because Gengar couldn't hit a hypnosis. That was not supposed to work like that. So, that was some Class A bullshit, I believe. Oh, jeez. Okay, so that just happened. That's amazing. Elite 4 Agatha beaten. That was like the worst one for the Elite 4, and she fell because she missed hypnosis 3 turns in a row. That normally never happens. That was not supposed to work. That was, I switched in Snorlax with like the intent to just heal up Hypno, but this worked this was much better. Like, that was genuinely much better. Also, Zach by D29, thank you very much for the follow. Okay, that was some grade A bullshit. Glad we have that. Like, that's not supposed to happen. Like, seriously. That's not supposed... I am doing great. I just had some... Well, to put it short, I got a bit really lucky against Agatha. Like, my Snorlax used rollout, and her Gengar missed hypnosis 3 turns in a row. So, I'm at Lance. I haven't used half my party, they're all still at full health. This is a Nuzlocke, but this is going better than, how to put this? most of my runs of the Elite Four in a casual playthrough. Like, like up until this point, like the most annoying one was Lorelei with like the tracked on the Jinx. But yeah, even Agatha wasn't really a problem. So I'm gonna zap this. I really hope so, because I did tell myself if I lose, I'm not retraining a team. That just means it is the end of the Nuzlocke. But yeah, there went Gyarados. I am gonna switch out because I do have a Lapras. But yeah, I originally wanted to train up my entire team to level 60. But I'm having a suspicion that level 55 is high enough. Like, I think it's high enough. I don't think they're really gonna be touching me. I can leave this in for Aerodactyl because Aerodactyl is... It's rock and flying, isn't it? Yeah, it's rock and flying, so... And now I need to take a little... Yeah, it basically means that if a Pokemon faints, it's dead. And you cannot use it anymore, so... I now have an entire party of like level 55 and 6 and like one Pokemon of level 60. If I lose the Elite Four, I'm not retraining that. That just means I'm just gonna end the run and that's just gonna be it. What's gonna do the best damage? I mean, Aerodactyl, it's rock flying type, so it's gonna be weak against both Surf and Ice Beam. That's not what I wanted to see. At least I've got leftovers on Lapras. Yeah, I'm at Lance. You missed the grade A bullshit that occurred at Agatha. I had put in Snorlax and started a rollout and her Gengar missed Hypnosis 3 turns in a row. So that effectively just kind of sweeped her. Oh, that might be a problem. No, that did crap all! Lance! You should have stuck to using... If he would have used Ancient Power and it would have critted, like, that would have been Lapras. Like, seriously, Lance, what are you doing? I am gonna full restore though. I'm gonna be cheap. I'm not threatened by the Dragonair. But his Dragonite is coming up, so I am gonna full restore. Now that's obnoxious, because that's just gonna cost me a second turn now. But come on, let's get rid of that. It should attack now. Oh well. Wait, is this the Dragonair that doesn't have an attacking move? Like, Lance's team is so shite, it's got a Dragonair on it that doesn't have an attacking move. I think that was that Dragonair. Like, one of his Dragonair just doesn't have an attacking move. And now we're at Dragonite. Like... I have outspeed, like, I think this was it. It's like 4 levels higher, but... I don't think it's coming back from this. No, wait, it survived! Like, it survived! It's got 1 HP left. Oh, also there's leftovers, which is great, because... that probably means he might not heal next turn. Yeah, no, he doesn't heal. Yeah, he had like 1... I always call it the 1 pixel of health. It's when like... I can't even tell on the screen that it still has HP left. Awesome! Rival battle next! This might be, up until this point, like the easiest Elite Four run I've ever had. So, I know the rival is under all circumstances gonna start out with Pidgeot. I need my Electrode for the Gyarados. Okay, in that case, he's an idiot. Like, he's an idiot in that scenario. He just... Oh, jeez. No, you're not the most powerful trainer in the world. I think I might win because the rival luckily also suffers from stupid AI syndrome. So that's a Pidgeot. Most likely gonna start out with Sand Attack or something stupid, so... Called it. Sand Attack. So that was Pidgeot. Oh no, it wasn't. That's impressive. It's... There's the heal. Why? Just accept the fact your Pidgeot is dead. I mean, if I get a higher damage roll now or a crit, it's gonna die anyway. Oh, that's a lower damage roll. That's great because that means he won't, like... What does that do? You lowered the attack on my special attacker. Seriously, Gary? No point in switching out. Oh, I missed. Shit. That's a problem. Not that big of a problem, actually. Now it's a problem because now I no longer outspeed, most likely. Now it's a problem. Because I'm now most likely not outspeeding anymore. It was bad because it lowered my speed, so if Lapras doesn't outspeed, then Rhydon can get me. Like, that genuinely forced the switch out. Because it took down Lapras to half HP without... Then leftovers kicked in and my speed got lowered. So that was actually bad because that would... Like, Lapras can only beat Rhydon if Lapras outspeeds. Otherwise... Yeah, but the problem is Lapras got slowed. If Lapras gets slowed, it's not a fast Pokemon. Oh, that's a problem. Because my Lapras, I believe, has like a nature that's like negative towards speed. So my Lapras is a bit slower than normal. That should be fine though. Yeah, that was fine. Yeah, oh well. But now I should have it, especially seeing as it's already pre-damaged. Yeah. I'm gonna presume I outspeed this and just freeze it. That did not do as much as I was hoping for. Great, I was planning on using a Hyper Potion anyway. Great, I mean, I was planning on using a full restore anyway to like tank, so, because I either need I either need Lapras or I need Graveler to be at full HP for, like, Charizard. So, here we go. That might be an issue. That's a Giga Train. Thank you, dual typing. Like, the rifle is a bit more of a problem, but his entire party is like around the 60s, and I kinda am under-leveled. But that should get rid of the Executor. Good. Crap. I forgot to heal Snorlax. On the other hand, Snorlax has my highest special defense. And if I remember correctly, then his Alakazam should enjoy setting up first, so yeah. And it's a noodle, it doesn't have defense, so this should get pretty damn far already. I can also be an ass and set up a... I just realized something. I can be an ass and set up a rollout. No, not risking it. This shouldn't do that much. Yeah, no. If it's something that my Snorlax has, it's special defense. Also, heal. I'm gonna go heal. He's probably gonna full restore his Alakazam as well, so I could just as well heal my Snorlax. How did I predict that? I should not have gotten this good at predicting the opponents in the game. If it wasn't for that reflect, Alakazam would easily be a 2-shot, if not a 1-shot. Because it doesn't have a physical defense. It just doesn't have one. This is a high roll or a crit. No, it isn't. You know what? Seeing as it can do shit all against me, I am gonna full restore again. I am luckily good at predicting the AI today. No, I should take out the Alakazam. Because it's probably gonna go in for a reflect again. Yeah, no. Alright. I don't know, but I still have over 70 left of him. He is not gonna out full restore me. I like bought like 45 of the fucking thing. I like bought like far too many of them. Also paralysis, that's good. Oh, that's nice. I still have 74 full restore. I still have like 74 full restores left. He's not out full restoring me. He just isn't. I don't think they could program that. Like, I spent quite a fair bit of my money on just full restores. Like, it's kinda evil how many of them I bought. And then for sleep I brought like... I still have the flute, also my Hypno apparently has insomnia. That should deal with the Gyarados pretty far, because they're the same level. And that's 4 times effective. Again with the 1 pixel of HP! And it uses probably the shittest move it could have used. Dragon Rage. The only move that doesn't scale with a level up. Oh, the bit of luck and I'll get a higher roll or a crit or something stupid. There it is. Yeah, it had 1 HP. Like, why? Am I gonna guess that Graveler can take one attack from Charizard and hit it with a rock throw hard enough? Yes, I am, because I haven't used Graveler yet. It's just his Charizard yet left. He's out of Pokemon. Oh, and Reflect wore off. That's nice. It is just 8 levels higher. Okay. Please. Woohoo! I'm living! No, literally. Rock Throw is one of the strongest rock type attacks that's in the game. I'm very sorry. It's like genuinely like one of the strongest. But I'm not taking a second Fire Blast. Yeah. I am gonna switch out because I'm predicting another heal. Oh no, it still has a move. Still alive. Am I gonna outspeed? Am I gonna take the shit guess that I'm gonna outspeed the Charizard? No, I'm not. Crap. Yes, I am guessing. No, I'm not outspeeding. Shit. There goes Lapras. Yeah, that was worth a try. And also, like, let's face it. That's the first fainted Pokemon in Elite Four. I expected this to go worse. How fast is Electrode? What's like the fastest thing I've got that I can chuck in there? Congrats, Electrode! With 208, there's a reasonable chance you're outspeeding this. Also, you're kinda at the same level. Yes, Electrode outspeeds. I completely forgot. Yeah, no, actually, it's gone great. So, Lapras is still gonna end up in, like, the Hall of Fame. So, yeah. No, you didn't make any mistakes. It's just somebody else showed up with a different party. I completely forgot how fast Electrodes actually are. Oh, yeah. I had Bulbasaur. And now we get to watch the end credits. Because those are non-skippable. That actually went better than like most casual playthroughs I've done of the Elite Four. At least it saves now. Yeah, Electrode really MVP. Took down almost the entirety of Lorelei on its own. Like, that Electrode came in clutch. 32 hours and a couple of seconds. That's Gary being upset. And now we get to watch the end credits. That's gonna take a little while. I believe this is only like the 3rd or the 4th time I've ever seen the end credits of this game. for some reason, doing this run as a Nuzlocke was actually easier than doing this as a regular playthrough. Like, this was genuinely easier than like most regular playthroughs I've done of the game. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a Nuzlocke. Normally, I would have jumped into the Elite Four with like level 45 Pokemon. But yeah, that's kind of the reason. Like, normally I don't really particularly care. But I'll also like put Pokemon in my team that I know aren't useful, but seeing as this was like, yeah, the grinding paid off. Now I actually have to like go to my stash and like pick out another game for Sunday, because for Sunday I still have the Pokemon FireRed Nuzlocke planned, but it's ended. Like, that was the Nuzlocke. So, yeah. I need to go and like, after this, like, pick out a new game to stream. Or dig up the attic and like see if I can find like the memory cards to my GameCube games and like perhaps find a GameCube game I can stream, but yeah, no. And there's like your opponent. I don't care what the game calls him. As far as I'm concerned, that is Gary Oak. Yeah, no, I'm still working on it. Also, concerning Rescue Team, last time I got one Ponyta to join. I finally got like one of the Ponytas I needed. But yeah, I do still have plenty of games. I think I can like find another game on my backlog. The question is just, am I gonna pick one that I think is gonna be relatively short? Or am I gonna torture myself and, well, there's like a at least 40-hour RPG still in my backlog. Half in my backlog, because you have both a male and a female character. And I've done a playthrough with the female character, but the male and the female characters both have like different storyline progressions. Yes, Ponyta. The problem is, it's on a level 1 reset dungeon at like near the floor 50. So it's like ridiculous. It's difficult to get to. And it's got runaway. So unless you either one or two shot it, it's gonna run. And there we are. Oh. Yeah. I kinda didn't do the Pokédex because it's a Nuzlocke. Also, technically speaking, nobody fainted because before I got control back over the game, my party got healed. But yeah. I did do Hall of Fame the dude. It took me 32 hours. But I am gonna end the stream because I have overshot my normal end time by like 30 minutes. So yeah. That is gonna be it for today's stream. that is also gonna be it for streaming Pokemon FireRed, because yeah, I beat the game. Like, I can do post-game, not gonna do that now. Post-game might come back later and like the Elite Four like redo. But I'm doubtful I'm actually gonna change my party. I'm just gonna level it up more. So yeah, thank you all very much for coming today. Hope you all had a good time, and see you all tomorrow. Bye!